Hey, I'm Havoc. Today we're going to be looking at the armors that are available in the Witcher Monster Slayer game. A lot of people in the Discord have been asking, what's the best armor? What should I spend more money on? What's worth it? What do they do? How do they compare to each other? So let's do a bit of a fashion show. Let's see what they look like on the model, and let's discuss what they actually do and whether they're worth buying or not. So first armor, that's the one you start with. That's the Adept's armor. Does nothing. It just stops you from running around naked, and no one wants to fight a monster naked. That's all it does. Ursine armor. So this one lowers the amount of crit meter you lose if you get hit by a monster, which is pretty good. I used this one for a short while, just because if you're mid-swing and you go to parry something, you're going to get hit. Like, your sword needs to return to you before you can parry. And so if you miss, you don't lose as much crit meter. Crit meter is your bread and butter in this game because it does the most amount of damage. So your fast and strong attacks, depending on what monsters are vulnerable to, is what builds up your crit meter. If you get hit in the game, if you're not skilled into it, you will lose your crit meter. You got to start again. And that's a massive amount of damage that you're losing. And so this is for anyone that can't get a parry quite right. If you can't block the damage, then this armor's for you. It just means you're not going to lose as much of that crit meter. So it's not too bad. Feline armor. So this one just reduces the amount of damage you take from an unparried hit. So again, this is the same with the Ursine armor. If you're not good at parrying, if you're mid-swing and the monster hits you, you're going to be taking less damage. With this armor, it can mean the difference between who gets the last hit in. So if you're, in a fight and it's close, then by all means, it's not too bad. But I wouldn't put it at the top of the list of things to buy. The Griffon armor. I used this one for a while as well. Basically, instead of a perfect parry reflecting damage back to a monster, which is something you can skill into, this will reflect damage on any parry. And so you don't need to time it perfectly every time. So as long as you're parrying, you will do damage back to a monster, 10% of what they normally do to you, which it's not a lot, but it's decent enough. There is a skill in the combat tree that does the same thing, but max skill, it will reflect 30% of a perfect parry back to the monster. That does require good timing, but this one, it's alright to do a little bit of extra damage to a monster, and you don't have to time a perfect parry every time. So this one's kind of more middling. It's not too bad. The Manticore armor. This is arguably the best armor in the game. Basically, you need to be level 15 or higher to make use of this armor, because that white gull potion that it affects takes up a potion slot. And the reason you need to be level 15 is you don't get to unlock a second potion slot until you're level 15. So you need the amount of skill points necessary to do that, and you need to be level 15. And then for a third potion slot to unlock, you need to be level 25. At that point, if you're level 25 or more, this is one of the best, or if not the best armor in the game. It doubles the effect of any potion you take. So for a swift potion, which increases your health by 50%, this will double that. It makes nematons a joke. It makes killing legendary monsters a lot easier. There is still some timing involved, so don't just think, oh, I'm just gonna run on in and smash everything. But this makes everything so much easier. I highly recommend this armor once you're past level 15. Prior to that, useless. So worth saving up for. If you need an armor before that, get one of the others, and you can just save up for this one later. The Woven armor. Again, this one's also pretty good. It's got nothing to do with combat, this one, but this is if you're missing monster parts. So it just increases your chance of getting extra monster parts when you kill a monster. It's just if you're running low on specific parts and you're going to go out and farm, you see that one monster where you're like, oh, I need more of that. Then pop this one on. The Hermits armor. So this one you don't buy in the store. This is from a quest that you get from the blacksmith. No spoilers here, but it's just like the Ursine armor, but it only, lowers the amount of crit meter you lose by 20% rather than 80%. As a free armor, fantastic. get this quest as soon as possible. Replace your Adept's armor, use this one. Most of you guys will probably be doing this early on, hopefully, because getting the coin to buy any of the armors will take a while. So this is good to have in the meantime. Definitely go out and get this. I expect most of you guys to be wearing this. It's a freebie. And Kaer Morhen armor. I'm currently using this one, and I will be for a while, just because of the benefit it gives you in earning experience points. And so the faster you earn experience points, the quicker you level up. The quicker you level up, the more skill points you get. 5 skill points per level. It's quite good. Once you're max level, this armor is useless. Now, I do need to mention that the 25% that you get for experience, it's only on the base XP. It's not on the perfect parry, it's not on the perfect crit. That's extra as well. So if the base XP on a monster is 100, you will get an extra 25. So if you're looking to level fast, this is the armor for you. And I'm going to be using this until I hit max level. Other than that, I'll just end up popping in whatever armor is situational to a gameplay. And once you get to a higher level, odds are you're going to have the coin to buy armor anyway. So hopefully, you know, you'll be saving up a bit of the coin just to buy the armor that suits your gameplay specifically. And so I'd love to put a tier list forward for you and say, hey, this armor is the best, and then this one's second, and this is third, and you know, a lot of it's situational because not all of them offer combat benefits, but offers benefits in other areas, or it's specific to your gameplay and what skills you've, you know, talented into. So just remember that when buying your armors.